Today we are talking everything blue. As you can see, we're talking Blue Fest, Blue Space, and the Blue Economy. Alongside me this morning, I have Dr. Shelly-Ann Cox, Chief Fisheries Officer here in Barbados. Dr. Cox, first of all, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing good. It's a bit hot.
A bit
We have been wiping our brows here for the last couple of minutes, but I would say always gifted and guided.
How did you find yourself in the Fisheries Division in that space?
I was always drawn to the ocean as a kid. Miami Beach was my favorite place to go, and of course, the fishing boats will always be in the backdrop. And I had the good opportunity to connect with my granddad a few years before he passed, and he was a fisherman on the East Coast out of Bath Beach. So speaking to him about diving, and he used to catch turtles way back then as well, and discussing why there was protection in place for turtles now because populations had declined. So, of course, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I identify as a mocha mermaid. And I, went towards a path to do marine biology. Always loved environmental management. And instead of focusing on a fish, I found I love people more. And fisheries management is exactly that. Working with people, encouraging them to be ecosystem stewards, and working on those innovative management measures to make sure that fisheries resources are available for present and future generations.
I want you to put on your it's be a fin or a tail that the mermaid has got. But as you're in your mocha
Tail.
mermaid capacity, what is your vision for the Fisheries Division? Let's say, present day and 10, 15 years onward. What's your vision for it?
It is a large vision. And when I first took up office, people asked, what's the vision? And I was like, there are 5 big things I want to see. I want to see more women captains, more youth involved in the industry. We have a lot of captains and fishermen over 60. We actually have our oldest fisherman is 82. And, it's concerning because in a few years, these guys are going to be too old to actually fish, and we're not seeing that interest. We do have a few exceptional young captains and persons involved in the industry, but we want to see a lot more. And that vision, 10, 15 years can only be if we get people in right now, as well as the women. They dominate the post-harvest sector now, but more women captains taking out the larger vessels and more women involved in, I would say, on the fisheries biologist side. So that vision has to be big with the youth involved. Technology is another main interest that we have been exploring. Vessel monitoring devices aboard vessels. We're almost up at 100 vessels being outfitted, and a very innovative dashboard to be able to visualize that, look at the vessel behavior. We've been working too with integrating that with smart scales and testing that at the Bridgetown Fisheries Complex and Pile Bay. We've been doing some fun communication products. One that was really good, a mock trial. We just had a mock trial at the law faculty where we were trying to test our new regulations, but trying to put it across in a very engaging way. The trial was 4.5 hours, but engaging from the beginning to the end. We had Magistrate Angela Knight as our proceeding magistrate, Marty Garnes as the defense lawyer, and Sergeant Chase as the public prosecutor. So we wanted to actually have people working in the space to encourage people to come out. And it was, of course, a case around on sustainable fishing practices, landing dolphin fish that was undersized. So we are going to be doing a lot of fun, cool communications going forward. And that is a key part of our vision, is that we need to have open channels and communication between the Fisheries Division and the stakeholders and public at large. Public make up a large part of the consumer base. And the other vision, of course, is to have a climate resilient boat that is unique to Barbados, that's outfitted with the latest technology, Starlink internet, be able to have the data so that we can know which grounds to explore at what times of the year. so that fishing trips can be more productive. They don't need to stay out that long. It's more targeted. We do have a few captains that are spot on as it relates to, using the satellite imagery to inspire smart fishing, but we still have a lot to do in terms of collecting the data and providing those products. A fishery that is disaster resilient. Out of Beryl, we learned a lot of lessons, and I think that moving towards that area, we're looking at constructing a haul-out facility to get boats out of the water quickly. And these travel lifts that we'll be procuring, they are remote control, pretty high tech, and it gives us the opportunity for our A team at Fisheries to have the skills and the capacity to be exposed to all the latest technologies. I want to be able to get our vessel inspectorate team out to some boat shows. We'll be looking at Miami and a big one in New Orleans as well as Canada, so that they can see all the latest technology as it relates to boats, the industry standards, us even developing our vessel standards here in Barbados. And I think the vision is to have a strong team that is fit for purpose. If we have the team at Fisheries, we have that institutional strengthening, then we can fare any weather going forward. So that's it in a nutshell. Very passionate, a lot more ideas around integrating things, but definitely more on value products and smoked fish and other innovative things in the post-harvest sector that we're looking towards, including building out our seafood inspectorate to make sure we have the highest quality standard of fish.
Now you're talking about fish now. This question is totally unrelated to everything that we should have been talking about today. But by chance, did you get a chance to see the first video that was promotional video for Bluefest?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And let me tell you, that flying fish.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Did you like my flying fish and my whale?
Yes, the whale with the spouts. Fantastic. I would have watched that video about 10 times if I...
As someone in the fishery space, I figured you might be able to appreciate,
It was a good reenactment.
Oh,
I think you studied it quite well.
Thumbs up. There's something that you mentioned in terms of getting younger persons involved and women involved as well. How do you think Bluefest can help with something like that?
Well, Bluefest, where last year we actually showed the documentary featuring the 2 full-time fisher women in Barbados. So it was a great platform for people to actually see women themselves in those roles and to be able to aspire to greatness. But find people need to see an example, to see someone already doing it, to see that this person looks like me, that I might be able to do that, to be brave, to be fearless. And a lot of people in the feedback for that documentary told me they never knew that women took out boats on their own, which was shocking for me because I guess I grew up in this space. But to think that we're so small and some people in Barbados don't know that, those women exist and that they're fearless. I mean, in the documentary, Anne spoke about the fact that the engine fell off and she had to dive to go and put it back on. And people connect, those things with males. But it's good for us to have those, spaces to be able to do storytelling. And that's what's so great about Bluefest is that, while we have the lecture series and everything, we still have the movie night where people can be immersed in good storytelling, good documentaries, so that the points about conservation hit home.
Final question for you. What are some of the key takeaways that you want persons to leave Bluefest with?
I want people to leave Bluefest knowing that the blue economy is viable. We still, very much focus on land-based types of economies. Green economy is popular. But blue economy still seems to be, out of the grasp of Barbadians because, yes, we see the coast, we understand the importance of the sun and sea, but sometimes I think that because they don't see where the fishermen are venturing towards past the horizon, that the concept of maritime transport and boats between countries taking different products and all those containers, all of that is a part of the blue economy. And that larger countries themselves, Japan, for example, fishing is one of their biggest economic activities. And here, of course, our bread and butter is tourism, but there is a lot of potential for blue economy to be that, I would say, to be that path to chart forward for resilience for the country. During COVID, for example, the fleet was still going out fishing while all other businesses were closed. So the importance of blue economy to food security, but also for us to diversify our economy. I want people to leave to remembering that the ocean does so much for us and we need to respect the ocean. We need to, even with littering, we need to be careful about how we litter. Even on land, it runs into the ocean. We need to be very aware of marine pollution and the impact that each individual has. I think I would like people to leave Blue Fest thinking that we need more ambassadors. That's why I'm very happy that you're on board this year with us with the marketing, so that it could get out to other people. Us in the blue space, the divers is a small circle, and to get that to the masses in a very attractive way is really good. And again, we're going to be doing a youth engagement event. The Coastal Sundown Walk also is a great way for people to immerse themselves, see that the blue offers a lot of therapy in terms of mental health. I look forward to my beach dip every week at the end of the week, just sit down. I haven't been diving a lot because my job is very hectic with meetings. I have, I look at my fins every day. And I wonder, I will get in a dive for sure for Christmas. But on Easter Sunday, we did as a team go diving at Fisheries. So still trying to get staff in the water and immersed. And that, even with World Mental Health Day coming up, that people see the ocean as a space to reflect, think, be inspired. Keep telling people the blue economy inspires the ocean economy. You cannot go and see no mural that doesn't have on a flying fish, that doesn't have in a wave. You can't go to any art gallery in Barbados without seeing a wooden fishing boat painted. So we really need to track how the blue economy is being monetized, and something we're looking into, of course, with research and development. But that's if I get a longer interview with you in the future. But I think that Blue Fest needs to be on the same level as AgroFest. That big impact, those thousands of people coming down. And Dr. Brewster and I are working hard to get it there. I think we're stepping up again this year, but our vision is to see Blue Fest beyond AgroFest at that level, and that us as an island, we will connect greatly, because of course our blue space is more than 400 times our land space.
A vision as big as the ocean is what I'm getting from Dr. Cox. What I also got is that she enjoyed my flying fish. Yeah, Dr. Cox, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you, and guys, we are looking forward to Blue Fest.